Hi there and welcome to your yoga class. We're going to do a really quick one this morning, a post-run yoga routine. Really quick, great if you've had a run. Also good if you don't run because it's going to loosen up all your legs and everything. So let's get started. Let's just sit with our legs in a cross-leg position. First of all, it depends how stiff you are, but this can be a challenge for some people anyway. So sitting with your legs crossed. And just take a few nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, okay? In through your nose, filling your belly up and out through your mouth. And one more. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And remember to try and keep your breathing nice and equal throughout. So let's get started. We're going to put the soles of our feet together, okay? You're just going to let your knees flop out to the side. Now you can put blocks underneath these if you want. And you're just going to slot your fingers in between your feet and open your feet like a book. Now you can stay here if the stretch here is big enough for you, then that's absolutely fine. Or you can inhale and lengthen your spine and just fold forward with a nice straight back and just make that stretch a little bit more, keeping the breathing going. And of course this is stretching off your inner thighs and just staying there for a few breaths. That's it. And then coming on to your hands and knees into a tabletop position. So hands your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. And we're just going to take a couple of cat-cows here. So you're going to inhale, looking up and pushing your tummy towards the floor, and then exhale, back goes up towards the ceiling and your head drops down. So inhaling and exhaling, really nice for loosening off the spine, giving your core a stretch as well, because of course it's not just our legs that are involved in running, it's a full body exercise. That's it. A few of them in your own time, and then coming back to a neutral spine, but still keeping that tummy button back towards your spine. Put your big toes together, knees out to the side, and bring that bottom back towards your heels, and just rest your head on the floor. That's it. Resting the head on the floor, or you might have your head on a block, but just so that you can feel the big stretch in your glutes. And also, because your hands are forward, you're feeling it in your shoulders as well. Lovely. Pausing there for a little second or two, keeping that breathing going and coming up to tabletop again. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our right foot between our hands, so just stepping it forward, okay? Now this back knee, you can pad up the mat, you can double up your mat, or you can put a blanket underneath it if you want. Keep the top of the foot on the floor, and we're just going to sit up. Now you can have this more boxy position, try and keep your knee over your ankle. If this isn't enough of a stretch for you, just put that foot forward and increase that stretch as you need to, okay? So we're just going to raise our hands up, let those hips sink down, really feel the weight of your tailbone pulling it down. You can look up if you want, or you can look ahead and feel that lovely delicious stretch between your legs there. Doesn't it feel wonderful? And then what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, shift those hips back, okay? Toes come up at the front. Now you can stay here and just put your hands on the floor to support yourself, as long as you're feeling that up the back. If you want to, you can take it a bit further and take your hips right back and get more of a stretch and start to sort of fold forward with a nice straight back. So keeping your breath going, remember, you're going to come up again nice and strong into that low lunge again. Lovely, feeling the stretch, and then exhaling, coming back as far as you want to. If you are sitting down, remember to just lengthen the spine and just fold forward. Hands can be wherever you want, as long as you're feeling that stretch, and keep those toes flexed as well. That's it, and then coming back up to our lunge again. Lovely, and then putting your hands on the floor, you're going to tuck that back toe in, okay? And you're going to shift this right foot back towards a downward dog, okay? Now, you're likely maybe to be a little bit stiff after a run, so just pedal your feet out here. Walking the dog, feeling the stretch in your calves. Your hands are shoulder width apart, your feet are hip width apart, pointing forward. Hands are, middle fingers point right forward in the hand as well. And remember, your heels don't need to come to the floor at all, but do try to keep your back nice and straight rather than maybe having straight legs and a bit of a bent back like this. Try and keep your back straight and bend those knees. This is a much better position because we can work on straightening the legs eventually over time. But keep pedaling the legs if you want to. So coming down onto your knees again, bring the left foot forward this time. Coming up, you can stay in that sort of nice right angled position or just creep that foot forward and extend it. It's your practice, so make it work for you. Okay, hands up, stretching up, really stretch those fingertips up to the ceiling. Looking up if you want to, or looking straight ahead. Pressing into that front foot, feeling nice and secure, and then you're going to shift the hips back. Okay, straighten that front leg. It doesn't need to be absolutely straight, you can have a bend in it, just whatever you need to do, and you can also come back on that back foot as well. But remember to straighten the back and fold forward, okay? Just to feel the stretch. So see what one works for you. This might work for you, or as I say, you might be here, okay? I can actually feel more of a stretch when I'm doing that. So as long as you're keeping your feet flexed. So come forward into your lunge again, and then exhale, coming back. Giving your legs a lovely big stretch. That's it, and coming up again. Nice lunge, stretching up. Hands to the mat, either side of your foot, tuck the back toe, shift your foot back. Here we are again in downward dog, pedal those feet if you like. And then what we're going to do is you're going to raise your right leg up to three-legged dog. Now just raise it up as much as you can. Everything stays square, and you're going to bend that knee and feel the opening in your right hip and a lovely stretch in your right quad as well. Straighten it back up again and straight down to the mat. And same in the left. Lift your left leg straight up. Bend your knee. Feel that lovely opening. That's it. Back up and down again. Okay, pushing the mat away. Feeling this full body stretch. Tailbone high. Engage your quads. That's it. And then coming down onto your knees. So let's come down onto our back. Go do a couple of really nice hip and glute stretches. So down onto your back, knees bent. You're going to take your right foot and cross it over your left knee, okay? Now make sure your ankle's right over, make sure your foot's flexed as well. And watch this knee, okay? It's kind of tempting to have it pointing towards you. Push it back, just like that, and you'll already feel the opening in your thigh. Now you can stay here in a reverse pigeon position, or you can lift this bottom foot with the foot flexed and hold on to the thigh if you like. See what works for you, for your lovely big stretch. And also you can hold on to the calf as well. So, you know, choose the one that works for you. Take the breaths nice and deep. It's a big hip and glute stretch. This one, you should be feeling this in your right thigh, and your right thigh, your glute, your hip, everything in that sort of area. But really nice for relieving the tension after a run, because although, as we know, running is very good for us, it can be quite hard on the body as well. Tightens up your hamstrings and things like that, and can be quite impactful on things that we maybe don't think about, like our lower back. So coming down again, we're going to do the other side. So left leg over. Remember to flex your foot, send that knee away from you, and already you feel the change in your hip. And then you can lift up that leg if you feel like it, and you can also hold on to the calf as well. Choose the one that benefits you the most, but keep pushing that left knee away and feel the big stretch and relax into it as well. Very easy to clamp on if something's a little bit stretchy. That's it. And then bringing your foot back down. Lovely. So now we're just going to do a quick bridge pose before a little rest. So feet are hip width apart, pressing your big toes into the mat. And we're not just going to lift our bottoms up, okay? We're going to try and lift our tailbone and send it forward at the same time with our knees to create a wee bit of space in the spine. So hands are in the mat, take a nice big deep breath in, and then Exhale and lift, okay? So tailbone's going forward, feet are pressing into the mat, and keep those knees hip width apart. Don't let them fall out. Now your hands can be here or clasp them underneath. Okay, lovely big stretch for the front of the body and for the thighs as well. Nice big deep breaths. And when we lower down, just lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice and easy, okay? One more. Nice big breath in and pushing the tailbone up and forward, knees coming forward as well. And in reality, they don't come that far forward, but it's all about lengthening, okay? Your glutes are switched on, but they're not super tense. We are using our core here as well, creating a little bit of space. And then gently come back down again. So from here, take both your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice big cuddle. You can just roll from side to side if you want, good for the lower back. Feel those lovely glutes getting stretched off. And then just lay your feet out into Shavasana position. Feet are about mat width apart, they're about, hands are out to the side, top of the hands on the floor, and shut your eyes if you like. And just let your breath go. This is your final resting pose, your Shavasana pose, not to be skipped. I know it's tempting when you've got things to do. But this is really, we're not staying here for long, we're staying here just for a wee second, minute or two really. And it's good to recalibrate your body. If you have done this after a run, you know, your body's all going, everything's going, all your systems are probably firing up and operating at full steam. And we've given our body the best chance of recovery now because we've stretched off in a really mindful way. So this is just letting your body recalibrate, calm down a bit before you go on with the rest of the day. Rather than sort of thinking, you know, I'm sweating here, and you know, I'll cool down while I'm rolling my mat up and things like that. I know it's tempting, but you're just letting your breath go. It is a total relaxation pose, and your body will thank you for it, for sure. So just while you're lying here, just following your breath and just checking out how your body feels. What's going on? Are there areas of tension? Does it feel quite good? Do you feel nice? You know, that nice tired way. If you have been a long run, that nice tired way. Fatigued but very happy because all those endorphins have been initiated and they're going around your body now. And just a couple more breaths. And then just slowly bending your knees, taking your time, rolling onto your side. Just pausing there just for a second, don't get up too quickly. And then slowly coming up to a seated position with your legs crossed and your hands at your heart. Thank you so much for joining me for this short bite-sized class. But you can do this anytime, it doesn't need to be after a run, but it's just really good to spend the time after a run cooling down and stretching off those muscles. It can be quite hard on your body depending on how far you run as well. You might have gone a very, very long run, so it's really good to do a yoga session, longer the better, after a run. So please like and subscribe to the channel, because then you'll get updates about all the different types of yoga that I do, which is adults yoga and kids yoga as well. The kids can join in as well. So please subscribe, and I hope to see you back here again soon, more importantly. See you later on.